I have an appointment at Ward 7, so I'm gonna come back to you guys back there, so and stuff like that. But just a second, guys. Just have a small little thing before I come to you guys. Now, before I attend to the people at Ward 7, I heard there's something concerning influencers. The word Alabuga got thrown around. So I thought, you know what? It wouldn't hurt to do a little bit of, say, diagnosis. Before we go back to work, please do like the video and do it justice. We all represent each other here. I represent you sometimes, you represent me sometimes. Let's just represent each other in likes. All right, so what was happening with the influencers?
No, I'm just hurt. Like, like how am I going to get my followers back? How am I going to get my account back? And people are thinking, like, guys, my name is being dragged. Yeah, I saw there was a video.
Wait, did we say followers? I don't think. Just a second. I don't think that's how this script works.
But do you understand the amount of videos that are there about me? You know that I'm the one that's getting dragged the most on social media because of this thing. Do you understand? No. Like, I can't even defend myself. Like, I get a platform. If I talk on IG, they're going to be like, yeah, we're going to block you here also, we're going to ban you here also. No one wants to listen. And what are you doing about that here?
Mama, I sympathize with you.
200 million, yes, yeah.
And kusetshenziswa kanzima ma, ngiyazi kakhulu. Ngiyazi kakhulu ma. And into engishoyo ma ukuthi ngiyazama. Ngalokho okuncane nginakho ngiyazama ma.
But with you, Seemah, I'm very sorry. I feel bad for you guys and the ones whose accounts got deactivated. I hope I'm not next, but I'm really, really sorry. I don't know what that feels like. I don't want to know it. It's tough. I get that. I believe you. And I don't think it's fair. And the thing is, like, yeah.
Let's go back. Okay, that's enough for us to really, first of all, sounds a bit off the script of what would be like fitting, like what is fitting at this time when tragedy is upon the people. There might be a parent who's not speaking right now, just hypothetical. There might be a parent who probably is not speaking right now because maybe their child has been told by Allah people over there, allegedly, not to say anything, and so the parents, in fear of their child being in danger, they are forced to be quiet. We are talking about followers and the losses of followers. I think in this report, we compiled something. Chapter 3. Just let me get to chapter 3. Yeah. Chapter 3, page 35. It's not even that far. You just got to be like 10 pages each. Chapter 3, page 35, we spoke about subject matter of human corruption. Like humans are in a deteriorating state. And so in this deterioration, there are certain traces that I think are very important and key for us to see and learn from. And I think this is a perfect example, if I may say, this is a perfect example for us to learn from. How? If you listen to MacG, when he makes the defense for all these people that got involved with this entire program, he's making the defense of saying, people should understand, they are losing their livelihood. Yes, but we are talking about the potential of other people's children being trapped in a foreign country because you decided to promote something. So now we are forced to now have conversations about people's livelihood because they're going to come and cry while we forget that there is unfortunately, we have a terrible government. They're all quiet right now. when it was a podcast that said something that sounded like it could stir controversy, division. It was all over the place. Politicians were speaking, human rights were being invoked, people were talking about lawsuits and all kinds of things. But now, when it comes to something as serious as potential thinking, but I think, what was it? What is it that Putin is up to over there? I mean, like China and Vladimir and the North Korea leader, who's never been seen in this particular setting before, was seen having a conference thingy yesterday. Cyril doesn't want to interrupt in this type of thing. So there is potentially a parent that might be quiet because their child is over there and is being told, if you don't tell your parents to hush it up, it will give you problems. Only God knows what's happening in Russia. We're talking about followers. I understand. We get it. It's your livelihood and everything. But you promoted something that might have led someone's child into thinking, no. Now, like I said before, the human nature of corruption could be studied out of this entire Alabuga thing. How? Think about how is it that we end up in corruption. It's people defending people that they feel are their friends and so forth. How do you end up with a situation where you're talking about the former Minister of Police, Bigit Kale, and you are talking about Ket Matkala, who is a known person who potentially, allegedly, is a criminal. How do you have a situation like that happening? It's friends helping their friends. And then we turn a blind eye because, black child is doing well. Salute the other black child, don't have jealousy. By the way, I've already seen people. I saw a video today in my feed. I watched it a couple of minutes. These ladies were sitting there talking about the situation of Alabuga and the whole Nanhua jazz. Guess what they were saying? Some people are doing this entire thing out of jealousy. I was like, of course, it's jealousy. Never mind what the exact subject is. It's jealousy. There are people who are excited over this thing because it's jealousy. They are jealous that these people who are so privileged, as mnaka said herself when she went on Lungelo's podcast, she said, she's able to make such and such an amount in a day, and other people just don't like that. There's levels to this thing. And so it's jealousy. And we are missing the core root of the subject matter. You see, so it caught my attention. This subject matter of Alabuga can literally be used to study human corruption. You see, the reason why we are not going to deal with corruption in one heartbeat, it's because of things like this. When we no longer have a root point by which we can point back to and say right, wrong, we step into this type of territories where, because it's my friend, we can excuse it. I gotta hide right now because remember, I gotta go to Ward 16. Is it 12 or what? Whichever ward I'm going to at this point, okay? Does it matter? My friends over there are gonna excuse me. My friends standing over there working on whoever they're working on, they will also excuse me. Because why? We help each other. Friends in corruption. No, I recant, allegedly. That's what we should be talking about. We should be talking about livelihood when potentially a person under the age of 18 to 22 right now might be stuck in Russia. And as I've explained on previous videos, when people go to these type of things overseas, what tends to happen is that they will be stuck over there because they will seize the passport of that person. There's an audio that was released. Sahen Bougie released the audio, maybe a subject of a different time, maybe after this episode. I thought that was very interesting by itself. In the audio, she says very clearly she had seen that people were not well over there. Oh no, we should be talking about followers and losses of followers. Justice for the Mandams. Justice for the Mandem. You want to know why corruption in the ANC will continue? It's because that mindset is not just in the politicians. The mindset is rot and it's all over the place. it's in the streets, it's with the average person, it's everywhere. You might have it. You might have it. You might even come here and say, I'm jealous. Everybody might be jealous right now. Who knows? Why? Because we are not doing as well as the mandems over there, because the mandems supposedly can make all our salaries, whether be health workers, whatnot. She even says, mnaka said, some of you chose to be doctors. Yeah, now she posts once a day. She makes everything you make in a month. It's fine, mnaka. It's okay. What is she proof of? They are proof of the rot in society, which is caused by what? Sin. The sin nature is the problem. What is its diagnosis? Jesus. Does everything come to Jesus? Yes. Does people not getting involved in Alabuga have to do with Jesus? Yes. Yes. The answer is yes. You have a question? Yes. That's why we say Jesus is the answer. He is the answer even for this. The sin nature of mankind gets him involved in all kinds of mandem things you cannot even imagine. You see, if we stop looking at the corruption of people as it's only politicians, it's only those people, it's only ANC. If you saw the corruption of mankind as a human issue, you'll recognize what is it that causes them to just loot. How do they get into tenders of 1 billion? Stealing money from people, stealing money from average people. They claim BEE, it only benefits them, their friends, and their other ones. They will even benefit their neighbor before it benefits anybody else. How do we have corruption at that level? We have corruption at that level the same way you see that a person can have someone in danger and still they are only thinking about their followers. It's human corruption. You see it at its roots, at its finest. What does it cause? It causes us. It causes us to be very self-centered. It causes us to think only of our friends, of our next person. Right? It causes us to avoid people that suffer consequences because I can slide something to a friend. Now you understand why you will always have corruption in politics. You see, my duty as a minister, my duty, social media minister, my duty is to show you the rot. How far does the rot of humankind go? If you think you are not capable of being that person, ask yourself what. Right now, I saw this. I was probably not even gonna do this video based on the video that the podcast and chill people were doing. The reason why I made this video is because I saw two ladies sitting talking about this situation, and they were saying people are just being jealous because other black child is doing well, another black child is doing well. And I said, that's the core root issue. Out of everything, what you saw is black child, black child, black child. Can I be cream white? Maybe. This is a problem. The biggest issue with people is the human nature that they refuse to diagnose. And the only diagnosis we have for it is Jesus and the Holy Spirit. That's what builds the conscience to not want. That's what the verse that we were reading yesterday. And it was saying, let no one be willing to defraud the other. 2 Thessalonians. 1 Thessalonians. Let one not be willing to defraud the other. Meaning in how we ought to live together must recognize the value of the next person. How do we have corruption rampant, as ridiculous as it is in politics? All you have to do is study this Alabuga situation. By just looking at this Alabuga situation, it will tell you why. We'll further this topic. We'll further this topic when we talk about that audio of Cyan Bush. On this one here, all you can hear is, hey, you know what? Other people might be in danger, but you know what? As long as it's not me who has lost an account. And then Zayan, what's her name there? Seemah. I keep saying Zayan. Seemah keeps crying. You know, yeah, you know, do you know how it's badly affecting me? Yeah. Think about it. You know, I was once in a foreign country, and there was nothing I could do. We had no access of an ATM. We had no access to a cell phone that was working. We had zero access. And I can tell you, at that moment, I knew what it was like to be helpless in a place where you have no. So imagine a little girl of 18 years old who has not even experienced, like she doesn't even know how to problem solve, put in a position where she felt like she was going for a job opportunity. Can't do. This situation allows you to study the human nature, and you can see the rot in the human nature. Is Ricky, I will see you in Ward 12 or 16, whichever one. I'm going to go help those people over there. Then we have to go to Ward 12 or 16 or wherever it is I have to go after this. It's the Reality Show. Like the video, and I will see you on a later on. Please don't tell my employers I was recording videos in the hospital.